You may have left faith, but that does not mean you automatically know who you are without it. When God supplied your purpose, your values, your relationships, and even the way you described yourself, losing faith can feel like losing the person you were. In this episode, we're going to talk about how identity gets rebuilt after faith, and why rebuilding does not mean becoming someone completely different. Welcome back to Unravelation. For a long time, Christianity may not have been something that you simply believed. It may have been the structure that told you who you were. You were a Christian, a child of God, a sinner saved by grace, a husband, a wife, parent, pastor, leader, servant, witness, or disciple. You knew what kind of person you were supposed to be because the system had already defined the categories. It told you what counted as good, what counted as selfish, what desires were acceptable, and what kind of future you were supposed to want. That creates a strange problem when faith ends. You may be certain that you no longer believe, but still feel unsure about the person who remains. People sometimes call this an identity crisis, but that can make it sound like something has gone wrong. In many cases, nothing has gone wrong. You are simply facing questions the religious system used to answer for you. The answers may have been restrictive, but they were answers. Now the space is open, and open space can feel like freedom one day and confusion the next. This episode is not only for people who are still questioning or still trying to leave. You may have left Christianity years ago and still be carrying an identity built around its expectations. You can stop believing the doctrines long before you stop measuring yourself by them. You may still feel selfish when you choose yourself. You may still feel guilty when you disappoint someone. You may still assume sacrifice is always more virtuous than desire. You may still distrust your instincts because you were taught that the heart is deceptive. Those are remnants of the old identity, even when the old beliefs are gone. Rebuilding begins when you recognize that much of what you called your identity was actually a set of assigned roles. A role can be meaningful, but it is not the whole person. Being a pastor was part of my life, but it was never the totality of who I was, though for a long time I thought that it was. Being a Christian shaped the way I understood myself, but ultimately it did not create every good thing in me. My compassion did not disappear when my theology did. My curiosity did not begin when my faith ended. My desire to help people was not owned by Christianity. Those things were mine, even when I interpreted them through a religious framework. And this is important because people often fear that leaving faith means losing everything good about themselves. It does not. You are not tearing yourself down to nothing. You are separating what was genuinely yours from what was assigned to you. You may also discover that some things you thought were virtues were really survival strategies. Maybe you were agreeable because disagreement threatened belonging. Maybe you called yourself humble because you were afraid to take up space. That does not mean you were fake, it means you adapted to the world you were in. Now you get to decide whether those adaptations still serve you. Identity is not a hidden object you have to locate somewhere inside yourself. You do not have to discover the one true version of you. Identity is something you shape through choice, relationship, and experience. It is built from what you value, what you practice, what you refuse, what you enjoy, and what you are willing to change. You do not need a divine blueprint. to become a real person. You need permission to notice yourself without immediately correcting yourself. One place to begin is with preference. Religious identity often trains people to think first about what they should want. What should I believe? What should I do? What should my purpose be? So when those rules fall away, even simple preferences can feel difficult. What do I actually enjoy? What kind of people do I feel safe around? What kind of work feels meaningful to me? What makes me feel more like myself? You do not have to answer all of that at once. Notice one small moment when your first response is, I should, and ask yourself what you would choose if no one were grading the answer. That is not selfishness, it is information. It tells you something about the person who has been buried under expectation. Another place to begin is with the way you describe yourself. After faith, people sometimes replace one rigid identity with another. They go from I am a Christian to I am an atheist, and while that new label may be accurate, it still may not say much about the life they want to build. Your relationship to belief is part of your story, but it does not have to become the center of every chapter that follows. You are also a friend, partner, thinker, creator, and person with hopes, limits, contradictions, and unfinished ideas. You are allowed to become larger than the question of whether God exists. We learn who we are partly through the people who see us and make room for us to change. That is why finding people who do not require you to perform your former self can matter so much. You need relationships where curiosity is not treated as rebellion, boundaries are not treated as betrayal, and growth is not measured by how closely you resemble the person you used to be. The goal is not to create a polished new identity as quickly as possible. The goal is to become more honest. Some days that honesty may sound like, I don't know yet. That is still an answer. It is healthier than forcing yourself into another role just because uncertainty feels uncomfortable. You are not behind because you are still figuring yourself out. You are examining the identity you inherited and deciding what deserves to remain. You may keep your compassion, your love of community, your commitment to truth, your desire to serve, or your sense of wonder. But now those things can belong to you. They can be expressions of the life you are choosing to build. Rebuilding identity after faith is not about inventing a stranger. It is about meeting yourself without the old script and learning that you are still there. If this helped you think a little more freely today, take a moment to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. It really helps this channel reach people who need it. If my content has helped you in any way, you can support me on Patreon or through any of the options in the info below. And if you're in the middle of your own unraveling or wish to help others who are, come join us at Deconversion Nation on Facebook. You don't have to do this alone. Your freedom is one Unravelation away.